What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Bloody Murder. So this movie is basically a Friday the 13th ripoff, and I feel like I've seen the cover of this movie for years and years. I don't know if I'm just imagining things. I don't know if my recollection is correct, but I feel like I saw the DVD at like stores when I was a kid, or at Blockbuster or something. Like, I don't know, the cover, like I don't know. I feel like I've seen it throughout the years. So yeah, I've always kind of had an eye out for this movie, and I knew it was a Friday the 13th ripoff, and for the longest time I didn't want to watch it because I thought it looked bad. But it's June now, and it's technically not summer. I think the first day of summer is June 20th, but I'm not gonna be a nerd here. It's pretty much summer to me. June is summer, so I was like, man, you know, it's pretty much summer. It's getting nice out. I'm getting the itch to watch some summer camp slasher movies. And I was like, I think this movie just came back to Tubi, or maybe it was on there, but for a while. But basically, it came to my recommended list, and I'm like, let me finally check this out. I've seen the cover. I've known about this movie for the longest. Let me finally check this out. And I'm telling you what, this might be controversial. People might think I'm crazy, but I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I had a good time with this one. So yeah, there you go. People are gonna unsubscribe. People are gonna be like, yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I lost all my credibility, but I mean, people who watch my videos on here, it's not. I mean, movies are subjective anyways, and I just go based on enjoyment for the most part. So I'm gonna be honest. I was watching this last night. I was tired. Like, it was like I didn't sleep that well. Like, I should have like wanted to go to sleep and turn it off, but I watched the whole movie, and I wasn't bored throughout the whole movie. So that's all I need. That's all I need. So many movies, I get bored and I just want to fall asleep. I was off, I don't know, 6 hours of sleep, which actually that's a good amount, but I was still dragging, and I was kind of like sipping a lot less, not a lot, but like little bit more than my normal amount. So like I was like tired. I was sipping, which sipping makes you tired too. So it's like I should have just wanted to turn this movie off, but I watched the whole movie through, and I was, like I said, I was entertained. So yeah, this movie was cool. So jumping into a plot summary, I'm just gonna give a very simple plot summary. You have this group of kids, and like teenagers. I call everyone kids. I'm in my 20s, but I call other people in their 20s kids. I'll just call fools in their 30 kid. I'm like, yo, that's a good kid. That's a good kid. Good kid. I'm like on my like New York, like I'm on my New York like 90s slang. Like, what's up, kid? But I'm from Michigan, but I don't know. I just say a bunch of New York slang. I'm like, yo, it's mad brick outside, you know? I don't actually say that. I just say it's cold outside. But I need to start adopting more New York slang. But anyways, plot summary. You got this group of kids, aka teenagers, and they're going to open this camp. They're about to be counselors, and they're just getting ready, opening the camp. Camp's called Camp Placid Pines, which I think that's a pretty good name for a camp, in my opinion. Placid Pines. It's got a nice ring to it. They got this beautiful wood sign at the front of the camp. I love it. So yeah, so far atmosphere good. And yeah, these kids are opening up the camp. Uh, they have a campfire, and they play this game, Bloody Murder. It's kind of like a combination of tag and hide and go seek, and that's like where the title of the movie comes from. And also, while they're at this campfire, they talk about this legend of this camper, Trevor Morehouse. And Trevor Morehouse, would don a hockey mask, and you know like there's talks of him killing people and blah blah blah. So he's this local legend, and you know, at first people think, oh, it's just a legend, it's an urban legend, it's a campfire tale, but then people start dying, and you know, they think maybe it's Trevor Morehouse. I don't know. Who knows? So there you go. That's the basic plot summary. So I kind of mentioned atmosphere, and that's the first point that I want to get into. I'm telling you what, like with these type of movies, I feel like for me personally, for my enjoyment, I kind of do like some like more style over substance. I don't care if the acting is not good. I don't care if, you know, the movie doesn't look the best. Like if the style is there, if the atmosphere is there, if I get that summer camp outdoorsy backwoods feel, like that's what I'm there for. That's why I want to watch these movies. It's like it gives me that summer feel, you know? So basically this movie has that summer feel for days. It has the camp atmosphere, just on like 100,000. Like the camp atmosphere is like over 9,000. I'm telling you what. So you got like beautiful forestry. The movie was filmed in California. Shouts out Wikipedia. That's where I get all my facts. Fact check me. I'm probably wrong because I just use Wikipedia for everything, like I did in high school and college. But I still, you know, I still managed to do okay. So shouts out Wikipedia. Great resource, very reputable resource. I mean, I dig it personally. Like all these teachers who say don't use Wikipedia, they're haters. Don't listen to them. You know, just disregard them. That's my advice for today. So, anyways, the camp atmosphere, it's phenomenal. You got beautiful forestry. It was filmed in Northern California, like I was saying before I went on my before I started ranting and raving about Wikipedia. It was filmed in California. It's, like I said, probably Northern California. And I guess it was filmed at 3 camps. But it's like edited well, so you can't tell. So yeah, you got beautiful forestry, beautiful cabins. You got a little archery area. You have this beautiful lake. You got canoes. You have bunk beds. You got like, you know, the camp kitchen. And then there's like this obstacle course. It feels like camp. You got all the camp staples. So in terms of the scenery, the locations, the overall atmosphere and look of this movie, it looks and feels like camp, and that's what I was looking for when I turned it on. That's why I sought this movie out. I talk with my hands a lot. I'm not that Italian. I am like a little bit Italian, but I'm like a bunch of different stuff. I'm just like I think I'm like a European. I'm I'm like a American, but I mean with my ancestry, I'm European something. That's all I know. But yeah, I talk with my hands a lot. So yeah, sorry if people are like, I don't know. We need to make these videos 3D. I'm just because I'm talking with my hands so much. But anyways, the scenery is beautiful. Now moving along, but you know I'm talking about scenery for 50,000 minutes. You get it. It looks like camp. It's nice. Just a WTF moment. There's this guy and this girl on a canoe, and they're kind of arguing, and she falls off the canoe, and she's like basically drowning. She can't swim, and this girl is supposed to be a counselor. Who hired this chick? Who did the interviews? Like, if I was doing the interviews, I'm telling you what, I would have a screener. I'd be like, go swim a lap, or I would just throw them in the water, see if they could swim. Like, isn't that like one of the main things? If you're gonna have little kids at a camp, that, you know, swimming is dangerous. Little kids aren't the best swimmers. Why, like, wouldn't they have to be like CPR certified or lifeguard certified or something? Like, who hired these people? How desperate was this camp that one of your counselors doesn't even know how to swim? Get this chick out of here. Who hired this chick? Like, I don't know. That's just, I mean, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Your counselor doesn't even know how to swim. Like, And she, like, why would she even go on the canoe? Like, that's gonna be, I mean, so many activities are gonna involve canoeing, swimming, you know, going out on the like swim. Well, they didn't have a swim platform. Going out on the dock, whatever. There's gonna be so many aquatic activities. How are you gonna hire someone who doesn't know how to swim? I'm talking with my hands more, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, that was a WTF moment for sure. I mean, get me in there. Get me hiring these people. I'm, like I said, I'll just straight throw them in the lake, okay? Because we got to make sure the kids have counselors who know basic stuff like how to swim. Not, I mean, I know some people don't know how to swim, but that doesn't matter. Like if you're a camp counselor, it doesn't matter. You do have to know how to swim. Like that's one of the basic requirements. It's like a couple requirements, like be able to deal with kids, be able to swim, and I don't know, be able to deal with a bunch of bug bites. Like those are the three requirements. If you can't do those three things, like you're out of there. Another WTF moment. Like I said, I was, I was sipping a little bit, and I was tired. So I don't know if my recollection is 100% correct. Maybe I was like in a daze a little bit when I saw this, but there's this scene kind of towards like the obstacle course section of the movie where you see like the killer pop into frame and you see his back, and I'm telling you what, it looked like he had a brown stain on his ass. I was like, maybe he fell in some dirt or something, but like this movie is so grainy. Like this movie looks like absolute shit. Like it looks terrible. I don't think even if you did like a 4K restoration, you do anything like this movie's still gonna look like shit. Like it looks grimy as fuck. But here's the deal. Like even though it's grimy, like I could have sworn it looked like the killer had it looked like he had a brown stain on his ass. Like it looked like Mr. Trevor Morehouse or whoever the killer was. We don't know. It turns into a whodunit later on. Whoever the killer was, it looks like they browned their pants. It looks like they had an accident. Like I said, it could have been dirt. It probably was dirt. Or maybe I just saw it wrong because the movie is so grainy, but it looked like the killer browned their pants. So that was kind of a WTF moment. That was kind of funny. I was like, whoa, like I had to do a double take. I was like, what's going on here? What are we doing, guys? I don't know. But anyways, I talked about how the movie kind of turns into a whodunit. I'm telling you what, you wouldn't expect it from this movie, but there are some pretty decent twists and turns in the final act. It's like, is this person the killer? Are you the killer? Are you the killer? You can be the killer. You can be the killer. It's like everyone's a suspect. I'm gonna say that every whodunit video. I'm gonna reference Randy from Scream because shouts out Randy. You gotta say shouts out Randy. He's the man, iconic. Shouts out Randy. So yeah, there's some decent twists and turns, and I didn't see them coming whatsoever. Maybe I'm a stupid dummy. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I can't call it. But there's some decent twists, and you wouldn't expect it from this. Like this is a super low budget movie. It came out direct to video. It's a Friday the 13th ripoff. You wouldn't expect it to like actually have some decent stuff going on, but I feel like the twists and turns were decent. So there you go. Jumping into some of the kills. The kills were, actually I'm gonna say for this movie they weren't bad. There were some creative kills. There was some decent bits of gore. So there's this throat slit that I really liked. You get to see everything. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good throat slit. Like as long as all the kills aren't cutaways, I'm happy. And that, I mean, you had some good gore, some good practical effects. Very nice. You got this kid. He's teenager. He's setting up the archery area, and he gets a couple arrows through the chest. Great stuff. You get to see it. All practical once again. Beautiful. And then this kid gets like a spike through the chest. That was pretty darn cool. And I think it was supposed to be a dart of some sort, because he was like in this closet and there was like, he was like grabbing some like kickballs and there was a dart in there, but like whatever was spiked through him was like way longer than the dart. Maybe it was supposed to be the dart. Maybe it was just some random spike. I don't know, but he gets this spike through the chest, and it's like so drawn out, like when he's dying, and it's kind of like the throat slit death is drawn out as well, which makes sense. With you wouldn't just die right away, but me as a viewer, when I was watching this, I was thinking, these were probably their money shots. This movie, it had like an extremely small budget, so they put some time, they put some money into these effects. They're like, this is our money shot. Let's draw this out. Let's have this kid suffer for a while, because I want to show, like, maybe the makeups, maybe the makeup person was behind the scenes, like, yeah, dude, I spent so long on this. I spent 6 hours on this. You got to get this angle, get that angle. Just really show it. And like the filmmakers are like, yeah, this is our money shot. We barely have any, money. Like a lot of the kills are cutaways. We really got to show this. So, yeah, that's like the vibe I got, where they're like, let's show every angle. Let's make it really drawn out, because we spent most of our effects budget on these 2 sequences. So we gotta go all out. We're gonna make this a minute long, So yeah, they were drawn out, but like I said, it was realistic. You wouldn't just die right away. So it was good. It was like I said, it was real, and it looked good, all practical. So I keep saying it just looks good. So yeah, the kills overall were very nice, and like I said, I did get that vibe where they're like, they were really trying to show like the standout kills, because that's their bread and butter. With this type of movie, that's it. You gotta have some kills, you gotta have that good scenery, and I mean they did have some. The scenery was great, and they did have some good kills. So cool, it's a slasher movie. That's really all we need. There was like a one sex scene that I remember. Maybe there were more, but I don't remember if there was nudity. Like that is a piece of the puzzle that is, part of the slasher movie equation as well. But I don't recall if there was nudity, but I don't really care that much. I mean, I have the internet if I want to look at that stuff. But anyways, I've mainly talked about positives. In terms of negatives, I mean, it's stuff that you would already guess. The movie looks like shit, like how it's filmed. It's grainy. Even on like streaming services now, it just looks super grainy. I think it's like, yeah, it's like full screen. It didn't go full widescreen on my TV, so it's full screen. The aspect ratio is garbage. The picture quality is garbage. The acting sucks. Like, the acting's like really bad. Because I mean, slasher movies already are like notorious for having bad acting. Like, this was like terrible acting, but it was kind of funny at times. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the look was bad, the acting, what else? The killer looked goofy AF. And yeah, I mean, it's not very original. Like that's definitely a negative. It is just it's like a discount Friday the 13th. It's like a dollar store Friday the 13th, but I don't know. I thought it was like a fun little movie, so I'm telling you what, guys, I would recommend Bloody Murder. I would recommend it. If you go in knowing it's, kind of like a piece of shit movie, like I'm saying that like I like it, but I'm saying like, in terms of like technically it's a piece of shit movie. If you go in knowing that, I think you'll have a fun time. Because, I don't know, it doesn't matter like how good your movie is or how good music is. Like, if you like it, if you enjoy it, if it's fun, that's all we need. Something could be like technically really good, but it's like not fun. So this movie was fun. I would recommend it. And yeah, that has been my review of Bloody Murder. Thank you all for watching, and peace out.